another exciting edition of Let's Talk Naija on SEETV. My name is Omolaba Keraji, and with me on the show is
Ayobiojo Ibrahim Adedoyin, but you can call me Easy Baba. No.
Whew, how have you guys been? How's Nigeria treating you? I'm not asking you.
I will answer for them now. I'm part of Nigeria.
All right, guys, before we get into it, make sure you join in the conversation across our different social media platforms. On Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram. All right, we're there. And on TikTok as well. TikTok and Instagram, the handle is at SEETV Live 1. And on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, the handle is at SEETV Live. There are a couple of polls on, so you can go vote and let your voice be heard and drop your comments. All right. So, how have you been, Easy Baba?
I've been good. Nigeria matters now.
How is Nigeria treating you?
Nigeria has been treating me, but that's fairly and unfairly, but that's how Nigeria treats everybody. How has it been treating you?
Where do I start from? I'm thinking about it. Okay, so fairly okay.
Fair and unfair
yeah,
at the same time.
We move,
Exactly.
right? We've been moving, right? But something I'd like to mention was sometime last week, on my way to the office, I actually witnessed the one-way accident. It was minor, all right? There was no loss of life, and thankfully the man was a bike man. It was going in the one-way direction. It wasn't going at a fast speed, so it's reduced the severity of the accident. But it just goes to, so I was in a hurry, and even if I was not going to wait and watch just in case. If you stand and wait, that's what you normally collect wood on your head and bottle. But long story short here, it just, I don't know, I feel like we did talk about, last week, it was all about the seizure of the vehicles. If you guys missed that one, go check it out.
Auctioning
auctioning, do you understand? For Lagos State, is it draconian? Is it too heavy? Is it whatever it was? We had that conversation. And witnessing that, I'm just like, so if the bike man
give you the right to pass the one way that you passed the one way in the first place, that made you hit someone. See, I'm pretty sure the person that the accident you witnessed, the driver in question is a very lucky chap, because if the person had lost his
life, his limb.
And well, there are rules against jungle justice these days, and we know back in the days it's not going to be very funny for the kind of person. Even as like I did mention that the whatever was minor, it caused traffic. That's how I knew whatever it was that happened. Right? It's people already gathered. They didn't hit the man, but they were shouting at him like, you know, they see why you pass this place. You know, open your eyes. Like, why not they do like this? And I think that's where we as a people, we need to start doing people policing, citizen policing. If you see something in a way that is not working well, you and I know. If you can correct it with your mouth, do it. If you can correct it with your hands, on correcting. Do you know, like I'm pretty sure I told you, like after that show, the same day I was heading home.
Your tricycle.
The tricycle I was in, I headed to buy one way. I told the guy, bros, please. This is one way.
Life is but really,
yes, it is not sensible. It is minimal speed as much
caution,
as
absolutely. So yeah. So okay, so the first topic of discussion. This one was like a carryover from last week, right? Okay, we're starting with the NDLEA, and shout out to them. We talked about the seized cocaine from an area in Ikorodu last time out, and there's been a development in that case. Let us let you guys know that one, all right? Yeah, absolutely historical.
The biggest,
it's just wild, and the kind of thing they do history with this. God. The NDLEA sets ablaze 1.8 tons of cocaine as the Brigadier General, which is the chairman, the chief executive of the NDLEA, Mohammed Bubamara, he promised that the drug cartels is going to be no more heated and all of that. I'm all for that, right? So let's talk about the fact that when we saw news of the NDLEA setting ablaze the cocaine, Nigerians, I think a lot of us didn't read the presser that they released, because if we did, we would have understood the motive behind it and the fact that they actually did keep some for prosecution purposes. And a lot of Nigerians, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? All right. Tougher time awaits drug barons and cartels operating in Nigeria if they fail to back out of their criminal trade and embrace legitimate ventures. This is from the chairman of the NDLEA, Brigadier General Mohammed Bubamara. He gave the assurance on Tuesday, 27th of September, cocaine recovered by the agency from a warehouse in Ikorodu area of Lagos last week. The NDLEA had, in a well-coordinated and intelligence-led operation that lasted 2 days last week, stormed a hidden warehouse at number 6 Olukunla Street, Solebo Estate, Ikorodu, where 1.8 tons of cocaine were recovered.
Kudos to the NDLEA.
Absolutely.
Kudos to the NDLEA chairman, retired General Bobamara. The way they are acting fast, they are acting very, very fast towards this. The consignment, I can't call it consignment, I'll call it the evidence. They retained a little bit of it to actually use to prosecute.
Evidence, and which was what a lot of Nigerians were upset about.
But we did not.
Going by the light of this person, that's not the case. So let us be reading a little bit more. And let us just calm down before we react.
Yeah, they're trying to clear our streets.
And we need to say no to drug abuse, absolutely.
It's been too much. The nefarious way people have been consuming drugs in this way is becoming...
It's mad.
It's entrenching.
I tell you, it's crazy.
We were lamenting about here last week regarding not just anybody, even kids.
And that's one thing that's crazy, to say the very least. Just in case you guys don't know, we are live on TikTok, so you can drop your reactions on there. Show us some love by liking to the next topic of conversation. Like the studio had, hey God, see, we've lost our voices at some point. Let's go and find the voice where we lost it at. Okay,
John Leon, alleged kidnap kingpin, known for flaunting dollars. He flaunts dollars and everything
kind of stuff.
Online, was recently arrested by the Abuja Police Command for ties to kidnapping rings. This guy in particular has been, what I put it, what was social media
it's a sensation.
Like this my on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere, flaunts his dollars, flaunts his way of living, his high lifestyle. This guy has been pictured at various high quality places. You don't just see this guy anywhere that is Raz or anything. And
high profile, high
profile places, and he spends money like it's nothing. He shows off dollars like it's nothing. Classic, flashy cars everywhere, apparently. And this same guy goes to church. When he snaps in church, is one of the most fervent prayers there. You know, I'm just trying to make a point, because at the beginning I was looking like, okay, what is this leading to? Then I saw the video of where he was already arrested in handcuffs.
Yeah. It got to you, Bao.
I want to say why. His confessions got to me because he was saying, please, I'm sorry. Why are you begging?
Yeah.
Why?
We need to ask that question, actually.
If you do not know what you were doing in the first place, like, see, there are certain levels to how would I put it? There are certain levels to getting how would I put it? Getting yourself in trouble. This one is not a mistaken trouble. This is not a mistaken way of getting into trouble. This is a deliberate way. You have not been doing it for. This guy is obvious. He didn't start yesterday. He's been doing it for a while.
Well, he claims he's been on just 2 operations. We'll see how that pans out in court, though. But let's bring it home. For me, this when I saw the post on social media, what came to mind for me was that, I mean, we need to look beyond the surface, across board, across everyone around us. I mean, we've seen screenshots of his post where people, under the post, where people are like, I like to be like him, fine man, Fred. I mean, you don't know what he's doing anyway, so which is understandable. But I think as a people, it goes to show where we have degenerated to. Like, I mean, crime is almost, it's normal for us now. It's commonplace. It's something that we live with. We breathe it these days. True. I mean, it's a statement of fact.
Everywhere.
You know, and it's amazing. The audacity for me is, look at his video now where he was dancing with his dollars.
And he was busy
and
saying,
like, also,
money is good.
Also, like, that is your own also. It's
ripping people, making people cry, selling their properties to give you money because you abducted one of their loved ones. And
that is supposed to be also.
That is nowhere near also. And the amount of, see, Nigerians, I can't say, most people online are gullible to these kind of things. When they see someone spraying money and everything, they want for the giveaway. This guy is good, this guy is great, he's living a good life. We do not know. We don't have an idea on this business. He's not posting this. If we were talking about this earlier, me and you, if he was actually having a legitimate business, you were earning legitimate money, you would not be insinuating, you would not be showcasing your money, your hard-earned money online. Like this,
for me, which is, I mean, it does have a brand though, which is Leon Interior, which is supposed to be a cover.
That's the cover. That's the cover story of what is wrong with him. That's just the cover story.
For me,
I don't believe in that.
I mean, he's also known for doing Aspire to Maguire to Alcantara,
we all know
which
that.
is my own way of saying it. He does motivational talks.
That has led him to the prison.
You know, you advise young people that you work. You also. It's mind blowing.
Showing dollars that somebody paid you a ransom for. That is someone's ransom to release someone they love that you actually abducted. And yet when you were caught and red-handed and cuffed, you were there begging, please. Okay, what were you expecting to do? The people like, oh, no, sorry,
it's so emotional.
Don't do it again.
This is emotional. Is he begging for me? Why were you begging though? Why were you begging? Why were you begging? I mean, I feel like if you commit the crime, if you do the crime, you should be able to do the time. Like,
exactly. That's just it.
Why are you apologizing? I mean, his arrest was kept under the radar because the police did not want to jeopardize the investigation as they were on his trail, and because of him and his accomplices and all of that stuff. For me, it's just, it goes to show basically on social media, we should all just remember that we are sharing the internet with fraudsters, you're sharing the internet with robbers, you're sharing the internet with kidnappers, you're sharing the internet with assassins. It goes to show how careful we should be when we share our details, our information, our personal data on the internet.
If there was a way we can make a public awareness about this, it should have been so nice, because it is needed. Everyone sees their phone, their social media handles as a way to portray how they live to other people. Don't live your life for people to judge you on. Live your life the way you want to live. There are instances on TikTok. I would see a mom taking her 2 children to the school, and she'll be posting it. Hey, my children are going to school. They are looking all cute. First, snap the kids. As you're snapping the kids, your uniform is there. You don't be snapping the environment you're going. Oh, they have arrived to school. You snap the school.
The banner or whatever.
Banner of the school.
There.
And you just said we are sharing this internet with
fraudsters,
kidnappers.
We're seeing
Imagine
that.
a kidnapper. They know your handle. They know who you are. They've seen the pictures of your children.
They
know
can't
the school
trail
you are.
them. They can't.
They will just They can easily go to your own page, get pictures of you, go to the school, look for. They see, crime knows no gender. They would have females among them too. Take a female, act like one of their family members. You have the pictures of the mother. You have the pictures of the kids. The ones you posted on TikTok or you posted on Instagram to say that my kids are this and my kids are that. They get. See, we have to be very, very sensitive to those kind of things. We expose ourselves. We expose ourselves unnecessarily, and we endanger the people we love. Let's curb it. It's easy to be. It's easy to be accosted with this kind of lifestyle.
In fairness, the part of it for me is that understanding that the world is a global village. With this, right? I mean, you call someone who is millions of
away.
Distance away from you, yards away from you, basically. And talking about that, you've been able to. The world has been able to. Should I say reduce, or is smaller? The world has gotten smaller with the advent of social media, of the internet. All of these things, so we can communicate with people from all walks of life, which is a statement of fact, right? And we can, people from every and anywhere, you post sensitive information on the internet, they get that, I'm not in any way trying to excuse any criminal, mind you. It's just for us, yeah. If
true.
As the Yorubas will say, if God is protecting you, can you also do your best to protect yourself? So keep yourself safe by reducing the kind of sensitive information that you actually do put online on the internet and all of that stuff. And I did see a post. We're not going to mention the celebrity, right? His reaction to this, where he mentioned that a lot of people will not, a lot of girls, he mentioned women, will not ask who is what
his job description.
They didn't ask him. They just, I'm like, sorry, which criminal would you know that you act like that? Hey, are you a criminal?
Apart from even being a criminal, even after meeting up with the guy, right? Was it there or was she, whoever the...
Were even part of the conversation?
Were you part of the conversation? He could easily have lied to the person that I'm a clearing and forwarding agent. That is easy, simple lies. You're not there. See, what we do online says a whole lot about how we live our lives.
There's a digital footprint, basically.
It is becoming it is obvious. Everything about us, every of our media handles, you have pictures there. Don't you have pictures? You have pictures, you have the details there. But you decide if you want to make it full details, just minimal details or not. If you go to a place, right, you can snap pictures, right? Don't post it the same day. I'm not giving people the advice. I'm just trying to make it see.
Don't post while you're still at that location.
When you have left, you easily post.
American rapper,
yeah,
was killed, of which it was due to the fact that
his lady posted
his location at the time, and then this criminals were able to trail them from there, and unfortunately lost his life. So it's just, it goes across the board. It's for every one of us to be careful. And if you're watching on the internet, on Instagram is not reality, which is something I feel like a lot of people need to understand. Twitter is not the real world. It's not the real world.
See the person.
Do you know people are going to be looking at him like, God, why me now? Are they also? Well, you're the one actually doing the legitimate also, mind you. And you're like, why are you not buying the flashy cars? You're not buying the big houses.
And the fact that some people, I don't blame them in any form, but some people will actually use this guy as one of their role models. Like, I want to be like Lion. I want to be like John Lion. The way he's always posting.
Be careful.
Where he's going. I want to also like him. I want to also like him. Right now, the news is out. How would you feel when you see this? These are the type of things. See, there are things that is happening on Bentleys in front of their limo. They are claiming the owner. There are so many things we don't know about this, but everybody wants to live their life online. No, live your life. Without phone, we are alive.
And be contented.
Without phone, you still be alive. Come on, let's be realistic with ourselves, please.
I think that sums it up, basically. Let's just cut your coat according to your king. Someone as a role model. I want to aspire to Maguire, to Alcantara, to which other? To
Alcantara.
What they're showing you, all right? If you check this Instagram versus reality post on social media, you'll see a lot of things. For me, from the business point of view, right? If I post a photo,
plenty.
Okay. If I post the photo of a cake,
yeah,
all edited, the lighting, I've adjusted it, and I post the work area, you will see the difference. Because I just did all of that so the cake can come out as good and as fabulous as I want it.
Well, yeah.
But you don't know how the background area is. So the conversation that increased the temperature of this office.
That's why I'm drinking water right now.
Oh, let's get into it. So about a month ago on Twitter, this lady posted that now by giving her a job, paying her extra, supporting her in her kids' school fees, and all of that, and just chipping in here and there to make life just easier for her. And he did that. Then this came, and so we're basically asking you, shooting your shot at your boss, sense or nonsense? And I don't think Isababa and I think we are at an impasse. Yeah. It's here, I'm here.
Facts.
But we'll tell you guys why. So head over to our social media handles. That's the poll I was talking about. It's currently on Instagram. Check out our story. It's there. Vote. Let your voice be heard. On Twitter as well, we have a poll. SEETV Live on Twitter and SEETV Live 1 on Instagram. So let us know what you think as regards this. Can you shoot your shot at your boss? Have you shot it before? What was the feedback? What was the reaction? Would you do it again? All of that and more we're going to be talking about. So, Isababa, would you like to go first?
I think you should go first because I want to buttress what we want to say.
All right. Okay. Okay, so here goes nothing. See, I'm a strong believer in boundaries, all right? Okay. In your personal life, in your work life as well. I think it is nonsense to just put it into perspective. I think that if you are going to shoot your shot at your boss, you should accept the fact that you've crossed the line, you've crossed the boundary. So whatever consequence it is that comes from that, either you losing your job or perhaps on the positive side, your boss actually feeling you like that, and you guys, you meet the love of your life, and you meet your soulmate. And so I feel like I was absolutely like, if you're not comfortable, if he's in your direct employ, perhaps we should let him go. For the man's point of view, I'm still saying the same thing, all right? I don't think he has any gender. If you're not, this is someone that has access to your space. You need to be careful. You need to be ready for any kind of whatever. Like you say no and it goes gong-oh. You say no and if you want them like that, I mean, absolutely, have fun, right? But, and from the messages we saw, the lady and the man as well is not interested. So where do they go from here? Can they still work if they're not actually going to fire them? All right. From the man's point of view, it sounded like he had fired the cleaner, but if you're not going to fire them, where do you go from there? How is your work relationship going to be like? Can you go back to that place that you people were of Ogamio, Gumarisa, Gumarima? Will you guys go back there? Or I feel like there's been a significant shift in your relationship, basically. And you
and the worker, the worker, boss and worker relationship is like it's mile apart mostly. But see, my own take on this is saying that there's no assurance that your partner this is where you're going to meet your partner. Based on what the guy said, he said she has been his cleaner and she's a widowed woman, 40 plus widowed woman, and when she comes to clean this place, she gets food stuff, might not complain, helps her with even the children's school fees. You that you are doing that, I'm not saying you are looking for trouble, but you are just trying to show your own.
That's kindness. Kindness,
and the person you are showing the kindness to, don't forget the person is widowed. The person as he's the one you are paying. Like she will be like, this my Toby Loba, as you call them. Toby is doing well for. I can actually see to an extent. I feel that before she would have even had the courage to text him all those messages, she might have inquired from one of her friends or anyone. I'm just saying, I'm not in her shoes. I don't know what happened.
To check
that
if the coast is clear.
If I don't know, with one of her own friends, like can I do this thing? I be look, but help me judge this matter. She should just stable to the matter. I'm so the person like and don't help someone that is helping you like that is helping me to do this, that is helping me to please do. Child, it will help you because he might love you, you might not know, he might be the one to be come for you. Try it. So she tried it, backfired. The guy didn't like that angle. Said his next what's it called? His next maid would not see that because he would already have me tell this man that I like him.
So basically, if you love somebody, walk up to them and tell them you love them.
What she did there is no guilt. I don't see how people are blaming her for it. She expressed how she felt because this man has been the one caring for her since her husband is no more. She has kids, and if you as much as possible, most likely taking care of immediate family. We don't know. I'm just trying to say. And she decided to profess her love. Because you are my boss, because you are my because you're my boss, you have to talk to me about. Please, we are humans. We all have feelings. And when she asked him, as much as she can on WhatsApp.
See, my own is that a line was crossed, and I think that over here,
shooting a shot
I'm coming.
Even toasting somebody outside, you cross a line.
I did come. Right, the playing field is not level. For me, is this. You are, from the point of view of the fact that you work for this person. For me, it says a lot of nerve. See, I feel like a lot of us Nigerians, we don't understand boundaries. I was sampling opinions around, just asking friends and family, would you? I have to say, I won't let my work stand in the way of of finding my soulmate. I won't let my job stand in the way of, can you leave work and not mix it with pleasure? I think they always learn to compartmentalize, and that's my own take, right? Learn to draw that line, a very clear and distinct line in the sand. You love somebody that you work for. mind you, for me, this same point of view, it goes both ways. Though. If it's from the employer as the